Engineering, and today's topic is final keyword in Java. The final keyword is a non-access modifier in Java that cannot be used with variables, methods, and classes. We'll learn the use cases with each of them and also the code examples. Access modifiers are generally like the public, private, default. This is a non-access modifier. So when applied to a variable, the final keyword makes it a constant, meaning its value cannot be changed once it has been assigned. Like we have the const keyword in C language. When applied to a method, the final keyword indicates that the method cannot be overridden by a subclass. We'll see that in the code example as well. And finally, when applied to a class, the final keyword indicates that the class cannot be subclass. That means if the parent class has final keyword in it, you cannot create a subclass out of it. Let's understand these things with code examples. Okay, let's see if our code is working right now. Okay, let me declare a key variable int variable that's assigned value equal to 10. Let's try to print the value, and I can print the value. Of course this code will work. We are simply printing the value is 10. Okay, now let me change the value. I changed the value to 20 for the variable. I can see the value is updated to 20 now. Now let me make this variable final int variable 10. Now you see there's a red line below the variable and it says cannot assign a value to final variable, and I have not even run the code as of now. So this is a compile time issue. So if you try to change the value of a final variable, it gives you a compile time error. You don't even need to run it. Even if we run it, it will give us the same error. Cannot assign a value to final variable. Okay, let's just the second one. So to a method, when applied to a method, the final keyword indicates that the method cannot be overridden by a subclass. Okay, so let's create another class, Java class. We'll call it final let's call it parent final class. Let's make a simple method here. Public void say hello system.out.println hello 1045 engineers. Okay, so now we have a class, parent class. Let me try to extend this. Extends parent final class. Okay, let's remove this code for now. Okay, and now we have a class. Can I call them? Let me create the object, and class object is new. Okay, I can say object.say hello. Let's not print the variable value right now. Okay, it's running fine. It is saying hello engineers. But let's go and make this method final. So this is the parent class, right? And this is the subclass. So in the parent class, we are going to make our method as final. Public final void say hello. Let's see what happens now. Can we call the method? Yes, we can still call the method, right? The only thing that we cannot do is we cannot override the method in the subclass. So let's try to override this method now. Public void say hello. See, I have not even written the code and it is giving a compile time error as say hello cannot override say hello method in the parent final class. Overridden method is final. So again, just like the final variable, even if the method is final, it gives us a compile time error that you cannot override this method since this method is final in the parent class. Let me still try to run it. Let's write a simple piece of code. Hello new engineers. Okay, we already know that it will not run. See, say hello in final class example, that is the child class, cannot override say hello in the parent final class. Overridden method is final. If I remove final from here, Now I can override this method, right? Right. Hello new engineers. See? So just like the final variable, we cannot override final method if the method is defined as final. Sorry, we cannot override the final method. Let's check next one. Class. So when applied to a class, the final keyword indicate that the class cannot be subclass. That means if a parent class has the final keyword in it, the child class cannot extend it. Let's try to make this class only final. Okay. See, here only we are getting one related problem. Let's see here. If I was not extending this, there is no error as of now, right? Now in my child class I say public class final class example extends parent final class. I see we are getting a compile time error already. Make parent final class not final. Since it is final, we cannot run it. Even if I run it, cannot inherit from final parent final class. Okay, this is also one of the property that is used to create immutable classes that we'll cover in another session. So overall, when a variable is defined as final, it becomes a constant. Its value cannot be changed or updated. When a method is defined as final, it cannot be overridden in the subclass. When a class is defined as final, you cannot create a subclass of the final class. What are the benefits of using final keyword? Using the final keyword in Java it improves your code readability. It makes the code easier to maintain. Plus, it prevents bugs that come by non-deliberate changes to variables, methods, or classes. There are some drawbacks as well. Using the final keyword can actually limit your flexibility and increase the code complexity. It may not be appropriate to use final keyword when dealing with mutable objects or when the value of the variable needs to be changed in different parts of the program. So that's all for today in final keyword in Java. If you have any questions or comments, please let me know in the comment section. Thank you everyone.